You ready for the video?
All right, let's do it, man.
Let's get it, man.
Let's get it.
Woo. What is vibing? This is Vish.
This is Cambo.
And today, we'll be responding to Sadhguru's video on
Kagiso Rabada asked Sadhguru about Black Lives Matter. My name is Cambo, better known as CamboTrainz. I'm from Austin, Texas. I've been here since 2004. Personal trainer, and also I'm from Monroe, Louisiana. Moved to Austin, Texas in 2004.
And where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram at CamboTrainz, so CamboTrainz.
His stuff will be down below. Do you ever find yourself stressed, anxious, or just worried all the time? Well, that used to be me. And then I found meditation, and it truly changed my life. I currently have got hundreds of people on their meditation journeys, and I will be coming out with a meditation product soon, so stay tuned for that. So Cambo, have you heard of Sadhguru before?
I have not. Oh, I have a few times, but I don't know him too well.
Okay.
Not familiar.
Well, let's get right into the video.
Let's do it.
If you invest in the wounds of the past, you will also become wounded. When you're wounded, when you're in pain, when you're in anger, when you're resentment, you cannot think straight, you will get poisoned. And with this poison, nobody else dies but you.
Interesting. He's a G man, look at him. What about
This is goals right here.
motorcycle too? He's like 60 something.
Yeah. Moves like he's you.
When you look at things like Black Lives Matter, and in South Africa there's also campaigns like Farmers' Lives Matter, and other people say all lives matter. As a sportsman, you know, I get asked that question a lot of times, and it doesn't have to. For me, it's not about cricket. It's not about politics. Not about business. All lives matter, as you've stated. It's about human beings, right? But I just want to have your take on what is happening on that front in humanity around the world when it comes to lives mattering.
Yesterday evening, I was in Memphis. I was at the Martin Luther King Memorial, Dr. Martin Luther King Memorial, where in that hotel, Lorraine, where he was shot. So, when you go into this museum, it's new to us, we know this. It's heart-rending just seeing those images. Not just about his death, but what he was fighting for, what was happening in the country. It tears you apart. It may be half a century ago or a century ago, but when you look at it, just the images are, and the statistics are unbelievable. 12.5 million African people were captured and brought as slaves. So when you look at these images, it's heart-rending. But if you invest in the wounds of the past, you will also become wounded. When you're wounded, when you're in pain, when you're in anger, when you're resentment, you cannot think straight, you will get poisoned. And with this poison, nobody else dies but you. Resentment, anger, hatred are poisons that you drink, but you expect somebody else to die. Life doesn't work like that. It kills you in so many ways. So the thing is, whether we want to invest in our dead fathers, it's not that we don't respect them, it's not that we did not value them, it's not that we have no regard for them, but still we cannot invest in the dead. We have to invest in the living, and the next generation and the unborn child, we must invest in him and her. That's what is important. So bitterness is not going to help us. But at the same time, you cannot forget what's happened.
Right.
There is no way to forget that. Everybody should remember, from both ends, everybody concerned must remember what we have done to other people as human beings. And for those it's happened also, they must remember not to grow in resentment and anger, but to ensure that such things don't happen to anybody else.
Yes.
Because I want you to understand the people who did the most horrible things on this planet, when they were doing it, they thought they're doing the right thing.
Yes.
Wow.
They thought they were doing the right thing. That is the worst part of humanity, that you can twist your intelligence whichever way you want, and you can do the most horrendous things to another human being and think you're doing the right thing. So this is the problem with belief systems, with philosophies, with ideologies, because they will twist your mind to believe this is the right thing that you're doing. Because many religions in the world clearly say that it is perfectly okay to take a slave.
Oh, really?
Yes, yes, the scriptures in the world say this. Not one, many.
Okay.
So, people have always been quoting that. This is all right, this is what is said in our book, this is what we do. But if you allowed your humanity to overflow, you knew that it's not good.
Yes.
If you just… what you are doing to the other person, if you are giving him 100 lashes, if you just took one lash on your back, you would know this is not the thing to do, isn't it?
Right.
If you put your child there and gave 10 lashes, you would know this is not the thing to do. But you, instead of awakening your humanity, everybody is busy cooking up belief systems, philosophies, ideologies. How much bloodshed has happened because we believe something, because we are adhered to an ideology or to a philosophy, how much has happened around the world. Some have been recorded, most has not been recorded, believe me. Recording has happened only in the last 150 years to some extent. Before that, people did all these things without any problems, and they did not feel bad about it because it was endorsed by their scripture or their philosophy or their ideology or whatever their morality they had. You don't need morality, you don't need ethics, you don't need anything. What you need is an overwhelming sense of humanity that all of us have. Have we locked it up inside or have we kept it active? That's all the question is.
Wow. Such an interesting perspective on this topic. What'd you think, Cambo?
It was deep. It was very deep. That's a lot. I think everyone can take out of it. You know, it's a lot of information that many of us can take out of it and apply to our daily lives for sure. I think it's very important. You know, with that mindset and that belief that he has, I really feel like that can change the world for sure. That can change the world.
Yeah, and it was really interesting how he was very kind of neutral about it.
Right.
And looking at it as it is. Not anything of supporting one side or the other.
Right.
And that's what I've learned from spirituality. It's literally just looking at it without any emotion, without any feelings, looking at it as it is. And he just shed a lot of light on this beautiful topic, which I'm very grateful for him doing.
So I think what hit me the most is when he was saying like investing into, our past, and the wounds of our past, wounds us, you know what I mean? So with him saying that I was kind of like, to really think about that statement, it kind of brought me back to, how I used to be, holding resentment, anger towards other people. And I was like, man, with him saying that, it's true. Like, you're not hurting anybody but yourself, you know? So with that really stood out to me for sure. I like that.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing your view on that.
Yeah, no doubt.
And I definitely thought this was a great video too.
Yeah, for sure.
First off, I do want to say that Black lives do matter, and really emphasize that point. And really just connecting off of that, as I said earlier, Sadhguru shedding such light to this topic and bringing about that awareness is very important to look through and understand. And also, regardless of your political affiliation, what I've learned from experiences is that I personally actually don't even lean right or left. It really depends on the issue, right? And so the way he described this topic, it almost seemed like he uncovered a lot of biases both on the extreme left as well as the extreme right. And so by him uncovering that, putting it to light, I think was a beautiful thing to do. And what I especially love about what he's doing is that he's not only spreading awareness to meditation, yoga, all that good stuff, he's getting involved with a lot of topics that are very relevant, whether it's environmental, social, political. And so for that, I'm very grateful that he's doing all that stuff. Would love to hear what you learned from this video in the comments down below. Also, if you have any other video requests, please also comment that down below. And yeah, don't forget to follow Cambo, and all of his stuff will be, again, also down below. And with that, I appreciate you taking the time. Make a great day, take it joyfully, and stay conscious. Dope. Awesome job, man.
Yeah.
That's a wrap for that
Appreciate
one.
it.